Okie dokie. Here we go. Hey Ray, how's it going?
It is going on.
You're dead now? That's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I'll see you in the afterlife. How have you been lately?
I have been.
What did I miss?
I asked Ray how he's been doing, and he just said, "I have been." I'm like, oh, not bad, huh?
I feel that.
I mean, considering my stepmother died 8 days ago,
Oh.
we've been doing a GoFundMe, and I just got the link yesterday from my dad. He's been telling me all week, yes, I'll get you the link. Here you go. It's on Facebook. Dad, I don't use Facebook. Send it to Discord or my email.
That's parents for you.
Yep.
I'm gonna go refill my water real quick. Give me a second.
All his milkshakes bring the girls to the yard.
I'm not last.
No, you're not last.
You're second to last.
That means I'm second to not being the worst.
Second to not be the worst. Love it. How you doing, Pump?
Doing well.
I'm glad to hear that. How you doing, Light?
Today's been a day.
Most days have been.
I
That one day was very unlike a day, and it was quite odd.
But
Some
it's still a day
days
because
are
it
like
has
a
a day in
week.
it.
You ever have days that you're like, man, what a week, and you're like, nope, it's still Monday.
No, I've had weeks where I'm like, what a week. Days are always days.
Smart Alec.
I've had days that feel like weeks sometimes.
You know.
I've had days that
I did
felt
have
like
a fortnight
I've
that felt
never
like a
been-
month once, but you know.
I went to work today, and I went, it's been a long morning, and they're like, it's only 10. I'm like, uh-huh.
My point exactly.
I'm gonna stand by the statement.
10 is when
Yeah.
you're getting to the end of the morning, to be fair. Like, I think that's valid.
Yeah.
To me, the end of the morning's about 11:30.
I mean, that's like the very end of the morning. 10 is like you're starting to get to the end of the morning.
I see. Oh, my milkshakes bring the girls to the yard.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think that's in the actual song. I mean, I've never heard it, but
I feel like I need a new chair. Can you guys hear this, like, horrifying squeaking happening
No.
from my chair?
I heard it slightly as you were speaking, but I hadn't been hearing it beforehand.
Okay, well that's good, because I feel like I'm making loud noises every time I move.
Kitty cat, welcome back.
Hi-oh. I was getting a grilled cheese.
Ooh.
Ah, you got a grilled cheese. It's a good day.
I'm jealous, I haven't had lunch
I got a grilled cheese. It's a good day.
yet.
Did anybody understand that meme, or is it just...
DSLR.
I did not understand the meme. However, it did make me think of something that my coworker and I made up the other
I don't
week.
need an entire bundle. I just need a DSLR
How
camera
can you
with
be
a
upset?
stand.
You have grilled cheese. What else do you need in life?
A will to
Love.
live.
A love.
Me.
A love?
Pump, your
what?
camera
You have
is
your
not
love
loading.
for grilled cheese. Well, it's loaded for everybody else, I'm going to say. I have no idea. I'm
Okay,
just
you
saying
know
it
what? It's fine. Maybe your camera just doesn't work for me.
Maybe
I'm,
his
I'm just
camera
too
hates
powerful.
her.
I'm just too powerful. Like, the internet cannot receive my
Power
face because
overwhelming.
it would just shut down the entirety of the interwebs.
I don't know if that's the case, Pump. I'm sorry. I can't find my jacket, and I want to feel edgy.
That's fair, given your character.
So are we getting TPK'd by this dungeon boss today?
Probably.
He said pee.
I'm kidding. You'll be fine.
He's
Are
not
you?
kidding. He's gonna kill us all.
Let me just check whatever.
I don't care. We can die now.
Pull that up.
Light said pee. I'm fine. I'm fine with death now.
PP?
Light said pee-pee?
I said
PPK.
TP.
PPK.
Pee-pee?
I heard pee.
No, she said TPK as in total party kill. Everybody.
Oh,
died.
total.
Yeah, is
I'm,
this,
I'm
is
aware.
this...
I'm aware what it stands for. I just heard pee so vividly.
Listen, don't project your
Keep
wand
your
onto
mind out of the
me.
gutter.
Yikes!
Good one.
Stay silent about.
But we're...
What'd you say?
EJ's a good DM. There won't be a total party kill.
A troddle.
No.
A
I thought
turtle
you said
kill.
toilet at first.
Toilet.
You boys gotta get your mind out of the gutter. My word.
All right. Welcome to episode 4, potty humor.
Stop. I hate it.
I know.
Anyway, is everybody ready to begin? I'm not.
Dice.
Let me use the
No.
bathroom real quick.
Okay. Toilet humor. We were right.
Wait, what the heck? Where is my dice?
Okay. Now, Kat, tell me, is my camera loaded?
Yeah, it's loaded.
Yay.
Okay. Do you know what it probably was?
You were too powerful and you were breaking the internet?
No, that Avid was still installing or extracting. Technically, not even installing. It hasn't installed yet.
What's Avid?
Editing
He wants
software.
to be able to edit better.
No, I just so the software that I was using just isn't very optimized for computers. So
So he wants to be able to edit better.
I
Does
mean,
it
like,
run well on like
yeah.
paper card machines?
I mean, yeah.
Gotcha. I was gonna ask a question that would have spoiled things. I feel like I can't say things anymore.
Hey. Ethan,
Send it directly to me.
the best
Oh, I forgot to reply to what you said, EJ.
the best
before,
thing
like,
for you
last
to
week.
do is to keep us in the dark. Ethan, you like to give us lots of hints, but then I like to
Piece
say
it
out
together.
loud what the hints say to my brain, which can possibly ruin it for other people. And I will just say everything that's going to happen in the next 10 minutes if you give me enough information.
I mean, you've tried that a couple times and been wrong, so.
I have. I like that there's a rainbow. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going up it now? I forget.
Ray had jumped into it when we last left off. He was still transformed into a giant spider, and he just like yoked himself, all legs in the air, like he just don't care, into the waterfall. So we're gonna pick up there and see what happens.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess the rest of the recap is you guys fought your way through a dungeon, killed some spooky, scary monsters, and left the kobolds alone. And that's pretty much it. You've made it to basically a large circular chamber with black water at the bottom, and you've encountered these strange, magical, enchanted water that is all kind of combining together in one rainbow waterfall. It goes up into the ceiling. Hi Ray,
Woo.
welcome back.
Yep.
When we last left off, you were transformed into a giant spider, and you yoked yourself into a waterfall that goes upward. So I guess we're gonna start off there. Ray, as you jump, or Mama Swizzle, as you jump into this waterfall, you splash into it, and this current is strong enough to just whisk you up. It seems that the water all being mixed together like this doesn't take effect and cause you to like shrink or whatever happened to Ananias. However, it does like push you up strongly enough to where you're lifted up into the chasm above. Everyone else, you just see 8 legs and a tiny little body engulfed in the water go woof, up into the hole in the ceiling.
I forgot that Ananias was miniaturized.
Yep, Ananias
Riding
is still
on
3
my
feet tall
shoulder.
right now.
You forgot?
Yeah. That's why I cracked that smile as he was explaining things.
So I guess we'll start off. Everyone else, you just see Mama Swizzle go up into the ceiling, and you don't know what Mama Swizzle sees. Mama Swizzle, as you are whisked up into this room, you kind of tumble to a stop and land on a stone floor once more as you kind of fall out of the waterfall. And as you shake yourself off and get your bearings, you look around and see a cluttered room. It is lit in this entire room with kind of like dim light, but you have dark vision anyway, so it's basically like bright light to your spider senses. You can see this whole area. It's basically like a 60-foot diameter kind of oval room, like in a big ellipse. And there are no other entrances or exits to this room, only the circular hole in the middle of the bottom of this chamber. And what you see is the waterfall that whisked you up separates once again into the individual colors, and these streams of water follow invisible patterns and twisting and turning along the walls before they reach the center of the top of the chamber, all combining once more and dripping down into a large stream. They are combining into like a faintly glowing white liquid that hits the center of a large pool that is just off-center from the center of the room, so it misses the large crater, but it is basically a fountain that this water is pouring into. But when this water mixes and turns white, glowing slightly and emitting a faint dim light throughout the room, once it hits the fountain and enters this pool below it, you can see that the water turns into the inky black that you have been encountering before, the horrible goo that apparently hurts you when you touch it, and you can see it seeping into the stone below the chamber. And along the
Okay,
walls
let
there are
me
other...
get this right so my head can wrap around this.
Okay.
Rainbow Waterfall goes up,
Yep.
gets mixed up, gets put into a pool next to the hole, gets turned into black, inky nastiness.
Yes, I can
Okay.
re-describe if it's a little too confusing the way I worded it.
Well, you just had a long description, so I had to wrap my head around it.
So that's what happens with the water, and then there are also a couple other items across the room, like very dusty books. There's like a painting of some kind hanging along the wall, and there are some other various items scattered about. But that's the general gist. What would any of you like to do? There's two separate groups.
I want.
Either order is
I
fine.
mean, he went up the water. We're still climbing up the rope. Is that the case?
No, you're...
Or
No,
No,
we had,
we-
like,
we
just
made it
gotten
up
back
there.
up and then decided that we were going to go up when Mama Swizzle jumped in.
You know what? If she jumps in, can I follow? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're still on Carmen's shoulder, I think, or maybe not. I'm not
No,
sure. Yeah, I
no,
guess you're not.
because we
Oh, yeah,
climbed
he
up
had to climb up
separately.
the rope
Yeah.
separate after me.
Yeah. So you're both standing beside each other. If you'd like to
So
jump,
I
then-
like, I scoot around. Carmen, try to dodge her if she tries to grab me.
No.
Making my way.
Flint Lockwood.
Because y'all told me not to drink it, but you didn't say anything about me going up in it. So.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So are
Just keep
you
your mouth closed.
Yeeting yourself into this water as well.
Yeah, and I'm not keeping my mouth closed.
Okay.
Listen, you don't know what kind of gross fish pooped in that water?
Are you specifically trying to get water in your mouth, or are you just not caring if water happens to splash into your mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
I love it when
Let me just
like
see
that.
here. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw? As you are whisked up in the water, similar to how Mama Swizzle was. It's a pretty uniform, like, laminar flow, so you're not, like, tumbled and flipped over as you're...
Oh, it's
lifted.
laminar?
It's almost laminar, but it basically just sends you up in a, like a rocketing motion, and you kind of land in the same spot as Mama Swizzle on a stone
I
floor.
got a 1.
You do get some water in your mouth of an unknown color, and suddenly you look down at yourself, and you only see the stone floor below you.
Wait, did she grow smaller?
No, Mama Swizzle, you see a splash and a spattering of droplets hit the ground beside you, and you hear the vibrations of something hit the floor. You don't see anything. There's nothing standing beside you.
She's invisible.
Or I'm tiny.
No, you're invisible because the thing is you don't see yourself.
I can't see myself.
Yeah, as you look down
You
at
look
your
down
hands,
and you only
you
saw
don't
the
see yourself.
stone floor.
You are invisible, as it seems.
Finally, I don't have to change.
You whisk off your robe, and you're free.
No.
But yes,
Pull
you
back my
are
hood.
completely invisible.
And I look around.
You pull back your hood. You feel
Yeah.
the fresh
Feel the
air for
cool
the first
air.
time in decades.
Decades. I'm not even. I'm like barely a decade and a half old. So.
There's a
Yeah,
faint,
and you were born with that hood on.
there is a faint
basically.
breeze from the water. That's irrelevant, but you mentioned a breeze, so I'm confirming that. So
Oh,
Carmen
breeze
and
confirmed.
QZ, you see the Ananias and Mama Swizzle yeet themselves into the waterfall and disappear into the ceiling above, amidst the stalagmites or
I
stalactites.
follow as well, but I follow smartly, so I keep my mouth closed.
Sounds
But
good.
then I also like go feet first, so like if there's any rocks or something, I'll be able to hit them with my feet instead of
So as the water
head.
carries you upward, you want to be basically upside down with your feet riding the flume.
I just go.
All right.
Just like I gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah. In doing so, you basically get launched out of the waterfall and you land on your feet, right beside Mama Swizzle. You don't even really stumble. You just kind of land right on your feet as though the water spit you out in a perfect landing. The judges hold up 10 points.
Seeing everyone else go up there, Carmen will follow carefully as well.
Mm-hmm. You move a little slower than the
Gonna
others
do my
because of
foot
your
thing.
your heavy plate armor.
Mhm.
But you do get whisked up the waterfall as well, and you land slightly less gracefully than QZ, but you land and come to a stop.
Okay.
Just the best.
So now all of you stand in this room with the mysterious, like, faintly glowing tendrils of water kind of twisting together
Ominous.
in a lovely, like, it almost is a beautiful kind of following patterns as they twist together and then form this drop,
Excuse.
singular flow that goes into the
Did you just
fountain.
excuse yourself?
That he did.
Respect.
Yeah,
So,
because I burped.
you all now stand in a mysterious room filled with some strange stuff. You have all gone through the water, basically, and been submerged at one point, so you're a little bit wet. Your torches have gone out. However, you can still see because this room is kind of lit with dim light. So it makes no difference.
Lit.
It's dim, so it's not exactly, like, easy to see what everything is going on, or the objects in this room, and in combat terms, dim light means that you have disadvantage on something you try to attack, so you can light a torch again if you'd like some bright light to be able to attack better. But
Is it soaking? Can we light it while it's wet?
you can attempt to relight a torch if you'd like.
Mine is definitely covered in pitch, so I don't think it actually went out in the water.
I don't think pitch is gonna change the fact that being submerged will put out a torch.
Well, when you're submerged, you don't get oxygen. Is the problem?
Yeah, I know.
It's Greek
There's-
fire.
None of y'all can see me, but I can see you, right?
Yeah, you can
No,
still see
you also
everyone,
can't see
Ananias,
anything
but no one
but
can
the
see you.
floor, as EJ described.
Well, EJ said I could only see the floor. So I'm wondering
No, I
if
was
I
saying,
can
like,
see
if
y'all.
you look down at your hands, you can,
Okay.
yeah, you
okay.
can see everything.
I can
with your-
only see the floor until you look
I
up.
was like,
oh
No, you're unable to see. Since you're invisible, the light passes through your retinas, and you're completely blind right now.
She doesn't exist anymore.
You blinked out of existence.
You're on the ethereal plane.
She was Thanos snapped.
Okay. So yes, you are still in the room. You're just invisible. No one can see you.
Okay, cool.
You're lucky you didn't get stepped on by Carmen as she stumbles out of the waterfall.
You're right.
Alright.
How
So
long
I
have
say
I
is-
been?
You have
Sorry,
been
go
a
ahead.
spider for approximately 10 minutes, Ray, so you still have 15 minutes on that.
Cool.
Is there one missing? Whereas Ananias did Ananias ever say
I
her
think
name
they
to
did
me?
introduce their name, yeah. I'm pretty sure they introduced their name.
I thought that she lied about what her name was. No, okay.
I didn't tell
Where-
you my name.
You didn't say it at all? Where's the hooded one?
And if I did say it, it wasn't directly to you. It would
That's
have
fair.
been to Carmen.
Sounds accurate. to me.
I like how I'm the one who got your name.
Doesn't like me.
No, I clearly don't, Strawberry Bird.
I'm a real bird.
I don't know. Mama Swizzle, have you seen them?
What? What's that, Mama Sizzle? You said that they already went ahead.
They fell down the well.
I'm
Which
over
way?
here.
Which way?
Can we hear that?
Yes,
Mama Swizzle,
you
that
can
sounds
hear
like they're right next
him.
to us.
It. You can hear it.
I look down at the ground to see if they got even smaller. How tall are you now?
I'm not actually sure. I can't see myself.
Oh.
Mama Swizzle, you can't
Yeah,
say that.
I think that's right as well, Mama Swizzle.
I love these misinterpretations.
She's definitely invisible. Did I get it right this time? That was out of character, but sure.
Click your like twice for yes and once for no.
Can't believe you would say something like that.
Ananias, while this is all happening, could I have you? Actually, I don't. You don't even need to roll perception. As you're entering this room with the waterfall or whatever, you notice the vibrating like tendrils of these piano wires or ropes, as they now are for you because you're much smaller. They're vibrating at a much higher frequency. There's like a palpable energy, magical, that's like flowing through this room, and you feel like you've gotten much closer to the source of whatever this magical power is. So it's like
Whoa.
vibrating, and as you look towards the fountain, you can tell that it's emanating from that direction. And the closer you get to it, the thicker these strands get, the harder it is to like wiggle past them, and the more violently they're shaking, like quivering with magical potential.
Are they like tossing me around? Like
They're not tossing you around or whatever. You
how
can still,
violently
they
are
still
these
kind of like
strands
bend
vibrating?
they still kind of bend around you, so they're not like actively knocking into you or whatever. But as you try to like push past them, they resist your movement more, and they're like crackling with almost electricity.
They just want you to stay.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty limber right now. I weigh 15 pounds if I remember correctly, and I'm pretty tall, so I'm just full of energy. I feel like a kid again. I feel like when I was just 2 years old. And
Like, it was
I'm a
just
change. Like
yesterday.
I mature faster than most people, so I would have been not like a human 2-year-old. I would have been like grown up fairly.
You would have been like a teenager.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Just the calculations.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I want to go towards the thing.
Okay.
Bigger strands.
So you invisibly kind of push your way closer towards this thing.
Invisibly.
So no one can see that you're approaching this fountain. This fountain is like a 10-foot in diameter circular basin made of stone. It is the same kind of stone as the rest of this cavern is constructed out of, it seems, and it is filled with about a foot depth of this black inky goo. In the center of the fountain, like this small little spire of carved rock, is where the water is coming in, and you can see that the transition point between the white water and the black water is basically on that stone spire. So yeah, it's out of your reach as far as like if you want to reach from the outside of the 10-foot diameter fountain, you can't reach the center from the edge unless you'd like to step into the water. Mostly because you're tiny. What would you like to do? You hear a humming in your ears as you get closer.
Do I hear any humming?
Mama Swizzle, you do not hear any humming, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of this cold that you've been feeling this whole time.
What note? What frequency is it vibrating at?
Multiple. It's like overtones.
Yes, what frequency?
4. It's
An overtone is going to
frequency
be an octave above it.
It's playing the brown note.
You could give me any letter through G.
4.
Yes, that's how notes are written.
Since when is
They're
four
written
a
A
letter?
through G.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, flat, sharp,
Okay.
natural.
It could be A flat. It could.
It's an
I
F.
as a
It's
DM
an F.
am
It's an
perception checking to find out what
It's an
note
F.
this is.
I'm
F.
telling you, it's multiple. It's like a harmony of multiple vibrations. There's not one distinct
Oh, so it's like
note. It's kind of
acapella.
What chord is
you know
it?
those
What
you know
chord
those
is
like auditory illusions that are kind of like the always increasing frequency that like fades in from low frequency, gets to high, and then fades back to low, so it feels like it's always going up. It's that kind of thing. So it's basically just
Yeah.
a continuation of constant vibration and frequencies, but there's not like one standing out note.
There always is.
You hear notes.
So
you hear
it's a
sound.
scale. It's the
not
scale
a particular
cat.
note.
It's scales.
It's going
It's
do
scales.
do
It can be-
do do.
No,
do,
it's not
do,
discrete.
do,
It's
do.
continuous.
Okay.
It's like Pump was doing a moment ago with this humming.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you hum at the same frequency as a vibration, you can shatter glass. So I was wondering if I could mimic the frequency. Because I could be pretty loud.
I mean,
Oh,
you can
Lord.
try to sing along with the frequencies if you'd like.
No, I want to scream along with them.
Yikes!
You can
It
do
is
that
more
if you'd
effective
like.
when breaking glass. Mythbusters
Yeah.
No real
proved it.
necessary.
It is. It literally is. But you're supposed to sing at the same note. So I want to mimic the exact sound I'm hearing. And I am very good at mimicking things, Ethan. I am very good at mimicking things. Based on who I
Why
am.
would you be good at mimicking things?
Because you know what I am?
What
No, you
trait
don't.
do you have that would make it good?
I can change my entire vocal cords.
What?
You mimic the noise kind of with your
Kind of.
limited vocal cords ability. Considering you're only able
Do you
to
want
make
her to
a
roll?
couple tones at a time compared to this like overwhelming orchestra of sound that's kind of like a low cacophony around you. Nothing happens in response. You're making noise.
Oh, it's not like a call and response. Sort
He
of
wouldn't
deal.
let me roll. I would have got
Yeah,
my
no,
D20 and he was scared.
so scared.
No, it's just
So scared. I was thinking the exact same
I was
thing.
thinking I could
I
have
was
you
like,
roll,
this
but
coward.
what's going to be the consequence of failing? Like, there's nothing really to do. Nothing's going to
We're
happen
all
if you do
to
that,
gain.
and nothing's going to not happen if you don't do it. So there's no point in rolling.
There are
Can I
many
try
things I
to
can make happen.
pinpoint where this cold is coming from?
The cold also appears to be coming from the same point, Ray.
Cold never bothered Ray anyway.
The center of the fountain. So I guess all of you hear Ananias beginning to scream as loud as they can in like a strange sound that doesn't really sound like a human voice. It sounds like
Ananias,
a warping
what are you doing?
vocal
What are you doing?
cords
Stop.
that are
Stop.
kind of changing to try to mimic the frequency of multiple.
So do you know
sounds
what
at once.
singing bulls sound like? That's the noise I'm making. And it just gets progressively louder.
It sounds more organic than ceramic, but yes, that's the kind of noise that they're making somehow.
Singing bowls aren't made of ceramics.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, sorry. They're made of metal.
Anyway, Ananias is making that noise, and it's kind of
Well, I'm
clear
running.
that
I'm
it's
running
Ananias.
after.
What'd you
Turn
say?
off the alarm, please.
If you'd like to, Ananias, you can roll a performance check to see how horribly ear-piercing it is for everyone else in the room, because it's
Oh,
like
now you'll let
reverberating
her
off
roll.
the
You'll
circular walls
you'll let her
right
roll
to-
us.
I mean, that is
that's what we're
literally
better.
the only thing that the roll could accomplish.
17.
All right. I don't know if that's good
That's
or bad.
for
I dodge
that's
it.
that I it is even more
I
ear piercing.
dodge it.
So everyone is very annoyed by this horrible, offensive noise in your ears. particularly Ray, who's got like spider senses, and he's just like, "Oh, that does not feel good." Ray,
Take 1d11.
you said you were moving towards the source of the cold.
Yeah, I'd like to cautiously make it towards the source of the.
Okay. As you move towards it, are you you're big enough with your legs to be able to reach this the center point without touching the water. What
Okay,
would you like to do
let's do that.
as you
Let's do
reach?
that.
Okay. So as Ananias is making these horrible screaming sounds, you reach out and you just kind of touch your foot into the stream of white water pouring down, and you touch the stone obelisk in the center, and suddenly something like spawns out of it. You see the glow fade from the center point where the
Oh, no, it's a
water
Skyrim
was
water.
transforming, and basically a black shadow kind of emerges, floating off to the side in the air 10 feet above Ananias, and it's got like faint outlines of like electric white light that form a horrible face shape. And it just kind of looks down at the four of you and lets out a horrifying, otherworldly.
Is it more horrifying than her screaming?
Slightly less
Equally.
horrifying than that, actually.
Oh wow.
And I would like
Shrug
you
it
all
off. This is nothing.
to roll initiative. Also, while this happens, the water in the pond, it doesn't seem to be transforming anymore. So the white water begins to push out the black a little bit, but this black water becomes like violently boiling and roiling as it begins to splash out the sides of the pond.
I shouldn't have
So-
screamed.
Initiative, everyone.
Which color is more lucky today? Blue or
Five.
pink?
5.
Okay, I like blue.
Pink.
Pink. Okay.
Oh, I've been overruled.
Hey! I like blue.
It's
Yeah.
too late. I've already gone for pink.
We both said blue first.
Not as surely as Ray did. Ray sounded far more sure about it. You were just like, I like blue, and then Ray was like pink. I was
We're
like,
He
going
was
with
he was
pink.
rather assertive in his.
Ray's a liar.
Declaration.
I'm a lion. Wow.
So now you see, this way it's better for you both because I only get mad at Ray and I don't get mad at you two.
EJ, not one.
Okay, so you're going
16.
last.
It wasn't I didn't have that.
What if
bad.
somebody else gets in that one?
Then we'll do the additions.
Then it's based on whatever they rolled.
All right, QZ, what'd you get?
That one.
8 plus 4, so that's
12.
a 12.
Awesome. So,
I wasn't ready for combat, apparently.
well, you are still a spider, and you were reaching into this thing, and now suddenly there's like splashing up right around your arm, so you might have like dodged back in shock. So the first thing that is going to happen is this creature shouts menacingly, and then it'll just swoop down upon Ananias, who's directly below, and making a very loud and annoying sound. With the
You
same
can actually see her even though she's invisible.
somehow
I
it
thought I had
does-
stopped at this point when I realized it wasn't working.
No.
I didn't hear you say anything about stopping, so I just assumed you
and-
were continuing.
And even if
I will
even-
stop once I realize nothing's happening.
Well, also Ray was probably touching the thing at the same time as you were.
It was kind of
getting
a
ready to-
simultaneous kind of
Yeah, it
deal.
was simultaneous.
Okay.
So it at least is going to attempt to make an attack at you by like swooping down and trying to like grasp its clawed fingers through where it thinks you are.
What does this thing look like?
It
Can I see
is a black shadow kind of thing with like electric white light outlining its features.
It's pretty cute.
And it's got like white spirally tendrils coming off of the top of its head, like hair, but more electric looking. Ananias, this thing does manage to hit you, so you suddenly feel like a blast of cold enter through your body and pass straight through you, which does 9 points
Maybe
of
attacks?
necrotic damage to you.
Attacks form?
Okay, I got to find out where my character sheet is.
So the creature kind of like dives down upon you, swipes at you, and then goes past you, floating now in the center of the group between where Ray and Ananias are and where Carmen and Qzeth are standing. And as far as everyone else just saw, the thing just kind of swooped down at a random point on the ground and didn't do anything. But Ananias screaming probably changed, stopped, or
I stopped.
yeah,
Yeah.
stopped entirely. So now we're up to Carmen with 16 initiative.
I have a -1 in my initiative modifier.
Well,
I'm going first.
Mama Swizzle nat 1, Ananias
Yeah.
got a 5, Qzeth got a 12, so you're up.
Well, I used all my smite slots already, so unfortunately I won't be able to do that. So I guess longsword
Wait, I
out.
didn't nat 1.
And
Sorry.
I said
I did.
or Mama Swizzle nat
Oh.
1, you got a 5.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna smack it.
Okay.
At least try to.
It is hovering above the ground, about 7 feet, so you're still able to reach it. It's a little
Okay.
hard.
That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Sweet.
Roll for damage.
I love having +6 to hit, guys.
Yeah, pretty good.
Where's my D8? There you are. Green is lucky today.
Indeed.
Ooh, max damage. So that's 8 plus
Nice.
4, 12. Green is lucky.
Awesome. Okay.
Should have gone with blue.
So
Should have.
gonna have to do some math here. Yeah, so your sword comes and swings straight through this creature, and it kind of like hits and then resists moving slower through it, as though it was like caught on something, and then it finally speeds back up again as it finishes getting through it, and the creature kind of like phases out of existence a little bit. You can see its features kind of like become blurry before they sharpen back into focus again, and it turns its attention to you with a low "Leave this place."
Okay.
That is it. Would you like to do
Alright.
anything else with your turn, or is that it?
No, that's my turn.
All right. Qzeth, you're up.
I
Ananias,
do
you're on deck.
as I was instructed by the ghost monster.
You just leave. Bye. Oh.
Am I able to punch it? I mean,
Yeah.
that's really that's like my thing.
That is your thing. You are a monk.
Don't really have anything else. Yeah, I'll bop it. Very
Bop it.
harshly on the nose.
Okay.
Ah.
Roll for bopping.
Roll for the
Bop
bop
it.
it.
Bop, bop,
Twist it.
bop, bop to the top. Okay. That is an 11 total.
That does not hit, unfortunately. It's a little bit too high off the ground, so you try to take your fist up and swing at it, and miss just by a tiny margin.
Okay. Well, as I'm falling,
Mm-hmm.
I do a flip and I kick it. So I'm gonna roll again.
Do you get to do your second attack even if you miss? I guess that makes
I'm
sense.
pretty sure because it's
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
yeah.
I was
yeah.
just questioning. So yeah, go ahead and roll your second attack.
Okay, that's
So you're gonna be upside down as you're falling to the
I'm gonna
ground?
be so yes, I will be. Hopefully the flip will continue, but maybe if I roll badly,
Yeah, if you hit,
and
we'll
then
say
I'll
that you
fall
can
on
kick
my
yourself
head.
off of it and try to like land it. If not,
So I
we'll
went
see
to
what happens.
punch, but then like I jumped up because obviously you said it was up.
Mhm.
I jump up, miss the punch. I'm just like okay, and then I do a roll kick. Like a
So you're kicking
Okay.
from like over the
like
back
I'm
of your
spinning backwards. I'm spinning backwards.
Okay.
So like
Yeah, just roll to hit. What'd you get?
I'm rolling forwards. My legs are just going out. Yeah. That is a 17.
Yeah, that hits. So you managed to catch it on the back swing with your feet.
Yeah.
And you can push
The
off
feet
of it
back
to try to recover yourself. Roll for damage.
Of course. Where's the die? Oh, there. I almost had to switch to the blue. It would have been horrible.
But I like the blue. You take 10 points of
Oh,
psychic
wow.
damage.
Yikes. That's 8 damage.
8 damage. Very nice. So you take your feet, you kick off of this creature, and roll me an acrobatics check real quick, just to try to land
Oh, sure.
without like
We'll do that after
bashing
it's
your
already
face
happened.
into the ground. But
Oh, wow.
you kick this thing like really good, straight in the wispy tendrils of stomach that it has, and you can see it kind of like get knocked off course and go a little bit higher into the air, and away from you. It is
17 for acrobatics.
yeah, you managed to land the jump. So basically, you jump in the air, miss your swing, kick it on the back, and then you land back the same orientation you had been before. Looking very cool. I can't do math right now. I think.
I killed it.
What is math?
Yeah, you
did
and me
not kill it
together, we
yet.
just killed it.
You killed it. It's gone.
Killed two. It didn't take much.
EJ's just really underestimated our power.
Yeah.
I
Level
really
2 is
did.
too strong.
You're too
Aren't we
powerful.
glad we started at level 1?
All right, so that is your turn, Qzeth. And now we're up to
It is.
Ananias, who is not there. I also needed them to do something else, but they're still not there. So we'll move on to Mama Swizzle for now and come back to Ananias.
Okay.
Mama Swizzle, you're still a spider.
Did I regain my composure?
Yeah.
Because
You're good to
Okay.
go.
All right. So, where is the danger compared to where I am, and how is he facing?
It is about 8 feet behind you to the right, unless you've turned to face it at this point.
Okay. Is its butt facing me? Oh, wait,
Its left side is facing you, and it's about 9 feet off the ground.
Ananias is back. You want to give her her turn first?
We're already going with you, so let's just do you, and then we'll do Ananias' turn.
Okay, doke. I'd like to try to bite one of its arms, clawy arm things.
Okay. At this point, it's a bit high off the ground, but yeah, you can probably lift yourself up with your legs to get range on it to try to bite it.
I should be able to jump it a bit too, right?
What do you want to do? Do you want to like just lift yourself or jump?
I'd like to jump at him and try to bite him.
Okay. Have you roll me strength and then do your attack roll.
All right. My strength is 17.
Yep. So you jump and you're able to launch yourself into the air, all 8 legs kind of pushing together along the ground, kicking up a small couple of stones.
My attack. What's it? Is it +3 or a +4 on that? Melee weapon
bite?
attack +3 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
+3
it's
hit.
+3. Okay, so 19.
19. Yes, that hits. So
Yeah.
you jump and grab into its like wispy arm. Once again, it doesn't like feel like you connected with a physical fleshy object. It feels more like you're kind of passing through putty or something as you're like chomping into this whatever it is, and you bite into it, dealing how much damage?
6 + 1, 7.
7 damage to it, and it kind of like slinks its arm out rather than kind of like pulling its arm out from within your jaws. It just kind of like passes through the top of your jaws and is like waving its hand as though it's been hurt, and it glares
Okay, now I
angrily
need
with its narrowed
a
eyes.
Constitution saving throw of DC 11.
That doesn't really apply because this thing can't be poisoned. This thing is not a
Darn.
physical object, so it can't get poisoned by your spiderness.
That sucks.
But yeah,
That sucks.
good call. Alrighty. So, Ananias, we're now up to your turn. Could you roll me
I want
a
to cast Hellish
Constitution-
Rebuke.
Could you do a Constitution saving throw for me, and then we'll do that.
Okay. 7?
Okay. So
Wait, question. Is there something I add to that? I'm confused.
it's a Constitution saving throw, so you add your
Add-
saving throw modifier.
So 9?
9 total? Okay.
Mm.
So your hit points maximum is currently reduced by the amount of damage that you took last turn, which was
Okay.
9. Don't bother changing that in the
Mhm.
on the actual character sheet for now. We'll deal with that later. But just letting you know, you cannot heal above.
The damage I just took.
Yeah, that's like unhealable
Okay.
damage at this point. Anyway, so you want to cast Hellish Rebuke? Alrighty.
Is that what necrotic damage is all about?
No, that is a feature that this creature has.
Ah, okay.
So you point your finger at this creature and kind of like just barely twist around one of these strands of magic around you. And
Strands
with
of
the
magic.
vibrating energy in this room, you feel like it's even more powerful than when you learned it with the mysterious guy that is your patron. And let's see, they need to make a dexterity saving throw, which they very quickly failed. It now takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, and go ahead and roll me 3d10s.
3.
Mm-hmm.
First one is 9. Second one is 2. Third one is 9.
Okay, so that is 21 points of fire damage to this creature. You point your finger at it, just kind of twist with a smirk, and you see it engulf in flames. It's just a bright light that envelops the entire cavern all of a sudden. Everything in the room is illuminated in a bright light for a flash, just for an instant, and then it kind of fades out again, and you see it kind of like falling to the ground almost as it's like writhing and the shadows twist in and around themselves, obscuring the face entirely from where it was a second ago. It is still moving, but very like less energetically than it was a moment ago. It seems angry and hurt, whatever it is. Is that all you can do on your turn?
I don't know. Probably.
All right. So Carmen, we're back up to you then after the
Okay.
Three's turn. Sorry, I forgot the creature's turn.
It doesn't need one.
Yeah, it doesn't need one. It has fallen almost to the ground. It's like hovering 2 feet above the ground at this point. The nearest creature to it is probably Mama Swizzle after jumping into the air and biting into it. So it's just kind of like a pinball, bounce off the floor and just try to ram into Ray. However, what's your armor class? It is 16. So yeah, this creature tries to
13.
ram into you.
It's 13. I'm a spider, remember?
Oh, you're right. Good catch. Thanks. So, in that case, it slams right into your spidery body and blasts you. You feel a cold bunch of energy hit you, and 7 points of necrotic damage like enters your thorax or whatever before it passes
Okay, I
through
got 4
you
points
on the
left.
other side. And it hovers 5 feet above Qzeth now. It is basically just a ball of black tendrils at this point. You can't even see a face.
I was going to ask, is this a basketball or something?
Ray, could you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Me?
Yep. Doesn't really matter, but doing it anyway.
19 plus 1.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You don't have any lasting effects from this. It's just damage. Carmen, you're up. And QZ,
Alright.
you're on deck.
Well, I'm just gonna, old reliable, smack it.
Sounds good.
That is a 21 to hit.
What'd you get?
A 21 to hit
That hits.
and 9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. How do you want to do this?
Hey! So, sword in hand, just kind of one big sweeping arc down, cutting through it straight from as far as I can reach upward down towards the floor.
QZ is right under it, so it's got to be a bit
Well,
of a
I'll
slanting
divert
motion.
it. I'll divert it so it doesn't get hurt. He doesn't
Mhm.
get hurt, but yeah.
Yeah, with one mighty swing, you kind of cleave it in two, and it just shatters into a bunch of small threads of black shadow that kind of disperse into dust and then nothing as they fall to the floor, and it's gone. The water at this point, which was writhing and like beginning to form into something like tentacles that may have been trying to reach out, they kind of disperse into nothing, fall to the ground, and just splash harmlessly upon the floor, and the water all turns clear, crystal clear, perfect, lovely looking water, and all the inky blackness fades away. As the echoes of your battle fade out across the chambers, it seems that everything is returning to normal. The fountain, the center spire of it kind of just crumbles and cracks, leaving it as only a basin with a waterfall falling into it, and part of the spire, as it falls, hits the edge of the basin, cracking it and releasing a small flow outward, which hits the wall of the cavern, breaks through it, and opens up a small opening about 5-10 feet wide, revealing natural light outside, which fades into the room. Not very bright, but just a little bit of natural light, and the water flows out. Like, there's still a basin, still water, but there's now a flow going out. What would you guys like to do?
That hurted.
Just leave, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, there's still stuff
That
in
was
this chamber you
eventful.
could examine. There's still this
I want to do the books. I'm going to skedaddle. What? Skedaddle? I'm gonna scutter on over there.
I'd like to cut my transformation short. Just return to my normal self.
Okay. You turn back into Mama Swizzle again,
Wait a
returning your
second.
hidden remains.
That spider was Mama Swizzle this entire time.
So did anyone pull out a torch or anything? I can't remember.
Nobody had.
Okay. The glow has returned, by the way. The glow, like faint, warm glow from the center has returned, where the enchanted water is.
Can I investigate the water?
Yes. So, Mama Swizzle, you go over to look at the water. Ananias, you wanted to look at the books. Let me pull up information on both of those things. Could I have...
Yeah, usually I'd be skipping on over there, pretty fast.
Mhm.
Clack, clack, clack. But I mean, it kind of stings. I'm hurting all over, so I just make my way over the books and kind of fall down and sit there, like, ugh.
Mm-hmm. So, as you're sitting there, by the way, your invisibility begins to wear off a little bit, and you can see your hands. Like,
She's opaque.
transparent.
As soon as I notice that, I quickly put up my hood,
Mm-hmm.
just shake a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Edgy.
So roll me investigation on the both the water and the books.
21.
Nice.
Okay, so I got one.
A natural one?
Yeah.
Yikes.
There are books.
Is she able
Okay.
to read them?
So you see a
Yes,
handful
that is a
of
book.
like magically preserved tomes sitting like haphazardly on some old rust or like rotting shelves, and they seem to be written in Dwarvish. You can't really make much of them. They're books of some description.
I pick one up that looks the fanciest and I put it in my bag.
You pick up a book and you put it in your bag.
I have a book.
You do
The
have a book. You can
fanciest
go ahead and
book as
add that to your
well.
inventory
The
if you'd like,
fanciest one.
and I can.
I
give you
can
more
add fancy
details
book.
about it another time.
Can you describe to me what this book looks like?
You did real bad on your investigation, but I can describe some basic details. It is a, it's a big red book.
It has words.
It's got leather binding on it. It's painted red. It seems to be written in Dwarvish, as I mentioned. You can't tell too much about what's in it or anything because you can't read Dwarvish. You open it up, there's some like fancy pictures in there, and there's some words, You can't read them,
Pictures.
but it's a book.
It's a picture
It's
book.
a lovely book. It
Yay!
seems to have like the like old medieval illumination. So it's got like hand brushed drawings and writing in it. So it seems like it was before the age of like printing presses and replicated works or anything. It's handmade and old. That's all you can tell. Mama
The
Swizzle.
title is Tale as Old as
Mama
Time.
Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle. As you're looking at this water, it seems like a cool cave spring of like very fresh, very still kind of like faintly glowing with a white, nice glow type of water, and it's just filling the space and then now flowing out to the outside world as well. As you investigate it, what do you do to investigate it? Just look at it. Just
Can I smell it?
it smells like pure mountain spring water. Very,
I'll
very nice.
take a handful and
As you do so, you heal up for all the damage you have taken.
oh yeah,
You
boy!
also you level up to level 3, which we can focus on later if that would take too much time to deal with.
Yeah, it would.
And furthermore, let me take a look at the. It does a couple other things, but they're not relevant right now.
We found
Oh,
a
okay.
pool of
So yeah,
experience.
you drink this water and you're just like filled with a magical calming aura throughout your entire body, and you're like, ah, that feels great, and your aches and pains kind of go away for a moment.
I wave to Carmen and QZ. Mama Swizzle! Mama Swizzle! Mama Swizzle!
What,
Mama
Mama
Swizzle!
Swizzle?
You
The
want
wa-
us to
the
drink
water is
it?
poisoned.
Mama Swizzle!
Somebody poisoned the water you hold.
Mama Swizzle!
I'll lean down and I'll take a sip out of it.
Mhm.
Just like cup my hands in this.
The same thing happens to you. You heal up for all the damage you've taken. You level up.
Which is none.
Because
And,
I'm the fodder.
For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend, etc. But that's irrelevant for right now.
Sweet.
So yeah, you just feel the nice calming sensation of this like glowing water wash over you.
Oh, does it reset our spell slots and such?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sweet. I love that.
Some
I love
pretty
that
cool
too.
Water.
That's just a natural consequence of leveling up. It's not necessarily
Oh,
the water
okay.
that does that. Just before you, Ananias like gets 10 buckets of water and never runs out of spell slots.
Wait,
Gets a
what?
chug
Wait.
jug.
Repeat
Don't
what
worry.
it is.
Nope. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry, Ananias. I mean, Mama Swizzle, Mama Swizzle.
Wait. So, was I close enough to hear what just went on?
I mean, you hear Mama Swizzle going, Mama Swizzle, Mama Swizzle.
You didn't hear anybody say, I just leveled up.
I would assume leveling up is like a real world consequence that everyone is aware of.
There's no metagaming in this. I'm mixing narrative and game description
Yeah,
at the same time. So Ananias, as you're still sitting in this pile of books and looking through them, you also notice some other objects around you. As you're hearing Mama Swizzle talk about it, you see a scorched chest in the corner of a room, a disintegrated like pile of dust in a glass jar, and that painting I mentioned. Now that there's a bit more light in this room, it seems to be a painting of a great empire by the sea. But the painting is so decayed and ruined, it's practically worthless. You also might hear something else, but I'll deal with that later. What would you like to do?
I care not about the painting, but I go up to the little glass jar. I open it up, pop off the cork, and smell it.
It smells like burned ashes of some kind.
I put on the cork, and I set it back down.
Mm-hmm.
That might be an urn. I continue over to the chest,
Mm-hmm.
and I see if it's unlocked. Or, wait, no, that doesn't seem very reasonable. Actually, I just take out my hammer, and I knock on it.
All you have to do is just hit on the side and then it pops open.
This chest is very old. The wood doesn't. It seems to be not only scorched but also kind of rotted and deteriorated at this point. So as you sink your hammer into it, it just kind of makes a dull sound and kind of sinks completely into it, breaking one of the boards off of it, off of the lid.
Does that mean it's open?
If it wasn't before, there is now an opening in the top.
All right.
The chest itself is not open, but it is open now.
All right, what's in it? Can I tell?
Yeah, as you look inside, you can see
There's nothing.
1,100 copper pieces, 160 silver pieces, 50 electrum, pieces, which are like a greenish metal as you look at them. And there are 3 diamonds inside and a wooden pipe adorned with a platinum like tinge to it.
Right, now the question is, how many of those can I carry?
All of it. I'm not bothering with encumbrance. At least right now.
We have backpacks.
You do
You
have
can ask
backpacks.
somebody else to help carry
However,
it.
you are still 3 feet tall right now. So
Yeah, that is a
your
problem.
bag is a bit smaller and might be harder for you to carry things.
We actually, like, you put it into your bag, and we actually see the outline of every single object, like, inside of it. So you
So-
said there was, like, artwork, EJ?
Yes.
There was a painting?
Yeah.
I'd like to inspect
it's
that.
kind of old. It was hanged on the wall, but now it's kind of like lopsided and kind of falling apart. You wanted to look at it? What are you looking for specifically?
Just want to see if, like, there's any signatures or something, or, like, some indication of, like, who painted it, or, like, who these people were.
There does not seem to be any like I made this signing on the corner like they do these days on the internet.
It's fair.
But roll me a what would it be? Is there like an
Investigation?
artesian check or anything?
No.
History check? Because
Yeah,
I'm
roll me
just trying to,
history.
like, figure
That's
out
probably the closest thing.
danger. That is not... It's so dangerous.
Just to describe it as you're rolling that, it's like a nice rolling waves on an ocean in the foreground, and you can see like the rising towers of an ancient civilization that are like thriving on the shoreline. What'd you get?
I got a 19 plus 0, so 19.
Okay. Apparently your character knows about like
I'm very into art.
what kind of people paint what ways. So by studying the old brushstrokes and like how they are constituted, also you kind of turn up the corner of it, which is kind of peeling off of its frame, and you see that it's there's a written plaque in common saying from the Empire of Men to our dwarven allies, and then a date that's about 800 years ago from the current age. So it seems to be a gift of some kind.
Stop clawing at me. It's so rude. Okay.
In this
cool.
painting, you also see a human man, like a mage of some kind, holding a spell book, and a dwarf with a forged axe, kind of standing together, shaking hands.
Gotcha.
Can I
How much-
also... Go ahead.
How much currency was in there?
There is 1,100 copper pieces, 160 silver pieces, 50 electrum pieces, and 3 diamonds, and a wooden pipe with a platinum.
How many electric?
50 electrum.
Stop that.
Can I go check out the books as well?
Roll me investigation. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Ones that I think are interesting looking, or that my dear friend the Prince, who likes magic, would find interesting.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
What check? Investigation?
Investigation.
I mean, that's not terrible. It's a 13.
You see one book that has what appears to be some like magical runes on the outside of the cover, and as you open it up, you see like a couple instructions on like hand positions and how you can cast a spell or two. It's still written in Dwarvish, so as far as like what spells they are and how to properly execute them, you're not sure, but it does appear to be a spell book of some kind. You also notice one book that has like a map sewn onto its cover, showing the location of a dwarvish citadel and a volcano that seems to be to the south of this location.
Cool. Yeah, I'll take those.
Cool. Alright, add those to your inventory. I can give them more details as we go. Just add a custom
So
map.
magic book and map book.
Yes.
Can I look around to see if there's anything I would recognize as a druidic purpose?
A druidic purpose specifically? Like,
Yeah.
you don't see anything that appears to be related to the natural world or anything of that nature. It appears that this cave is pretty old and most things related to like wood, nature, anything like that has kind of all rotted away and become worthless junk. You even see like a metal helmet that's been here for so long in this kind of like dank cave that it's rusted almost completely over and is just kind of sitting on the ground with like small parts where you can see straight through the helmet. Like it's so thin of the metal that it's got holes in it now.
Mama Swizzle doesn't like this area. She shakes her head. Mama Swizzle.
How far away is everybody standing from me?
I'm probably still at the pond.
This room is
Here.
only 60 feet in diameter total, so that the maximum they could be is 60 feet away. But they're probably...
Yeah, but like, where are they?
I mean, you're near the books. Carmen is right beside you. Qzeth is still in the center of the room, having not drunk the water or done anything yet.
What? QZ? I thought QZ
I
was examining the
was
painting.
at the painting.
Oh yeah, he was at the painting. Sorry, I forgot. So yeah, you're within.
So is the painting
20
also
feet.
next to me?
Yeah, the painting is
Do you
like
want me to
about
drink
20
the
feet
water,
away.
Ichi? Because I think it's poison.
You can do whatever. I was just giving a narrative reason as to why you're leveling up. This is the point where all of you can level up, so...
I'm aware.
Okay. To Carmen, I kind of like through sleight of hand put something in her hand.
Okay.
You can feel that it's sharp and kind of weighty.
I look at what's been placed in my hand.
It's a diamond. I'm paying you off.
that goes in my pack. Not a word has been said.
Alright.
I do the same to QZ and Mama Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle just hands it back to you.
It is from the natural world.
You could use this for rock. I say rock.
Diamond magic stone. Wham!
Like
Rock.
Mama Swizzle can't understand you. Rock.
Mama Swizzle's
Rock.
looking at her.
That's amazing.
I say rock 3 times in common. Rock.
Rock.
No, she says rock 3 times in common.
Rock. Okay, but as I go up to QZ, I also hand him the pipe. I don't know what it is. I had not seen it before. He seems like he could use it.
Mm.
Fair enough.
So I guess I have a diamond now.
Yeah, you can use it on
Sounds like a
Duchess's
pointy
upgrades.
rock.
They have diamonds.
They have diamonds! Sorry, that was my first time playing Hearthstone. The rats had pretty rocks.
They had apparently diamonds,
They
even
had
though they were red.
Could I have you
Alright.
guys roll me perception?
Sure.
Sure.
As soon as danger is done with my D20.
3.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Right, I'm gonna take it back. Don't.
Pumpkin, you dropped your die.
I'll add
See,
it.
this is why you should have
Grabbing
used the
it.
blue dice.
12.
Nice.
How did you get it in such a position, Danger?
When you level up, do your stats reset the same as a long rest or no?
Yes.
Because of this water, I'm gonna say yes. So I'm just
Okay.
saying, like, this is basically a full reset for your character. You're
That means my
Um,
necrotic damage can be healed.
yes, you're good
Okay.
to go.
So,
That's why I said.
EJ, I've leveled up, except my oath is not in D&D Beyond
Okay.
because it's
We'll have to add that.
not it's not
narrative-
Oath of Devotion.
Yeah, we'll have to like add that ourselves because I
Yeah.
also don't have the books purchased, so I don't have access to
Oh,
that.
I don't. It's all good. But I have 28 hit points now, so
Nice.
How do you go to level yourself up?
you hit the
Sometime?
gear next to your character portrait.
Here, thank you.
Yeah, we can either do that now.
I
or we can
rolled
deal with it later.
for
'cause I don't think there'll be
perception.
more combat today. I mean,
I rolled a
can
dirty
always
20.
Try to prepare. Okay.
A dirty 20 and a natural 20,
Yeah.
standing side by side.
Carmen and QZeth, you definitely hear, and Mama Swizzle, you also hear just a little less strongly because you're on the other side of the cave. You guys hear. Ananias, you don't hear that.
I'd like to try to figure out where that's coming.
Mm-hmm. Mama Swizzle, you look around and you're trying to determine where this noise came from, and you think it might be that helmet you were looking at before.
All right, I'd like to pick up the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Stop taking my dice.
It's nothing's
mine.
touching it. It just is somehow making a clanging noise as you're holding it in your hand.
I'd like to look into it then, like turn it where I can look into it.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
There's nothing inside it. It's just a rusty helmet.
I stick my
that's
beak in
making
it.
Still, nothing happens. You put your beak in it, and it continues to make some bonking noises. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Could I have you roll
Thunk,
me
thunk,
an
thunk, thunk.
intelligence check?
Intelligence, all right. Where is that? Up there. +2. 12.
Did you lose another one already?
Since you're kind of linguistically challenged as you are, you can kind of tell that there seems to be some kind of pattern. It's like it seems to be trying to communicate, possibly. You're just not sure what it's saying.
Okay, so I go to Carmen, my favorite human,
Aww, I'm touched.
and then I hold it up to her. Just holding it up to her, waiting for it to tap.
What are you holding up to her?
A
A
rusty
helmet.
Okay. Can I figure out what's
Roll me an
going
intelligence
on
check.
with it? Yeah. Just intelligence?
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
That's +0. Yeah, so that's a 16.
It's very difficult to understand, like, because it's basically just making thunk sounds. There's really not any, like, determining, like, kind of sounding like words type of thing. It's just kind of like thunkity thunk, 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 thunk. But you kind of get the vibe that it's like, hi, I'm a helmet. I'm magic. Please take me with you.
Does
Get me out of
does
here.
it say that?
Whispers in your ear. I'm a magic.
Is it like telling us that in Morse code and I've put the puzzle pieces together in my head?
Well, as you touch your hand to it, you kind of like you feel a bit of magic, like a magical connection that kind of grants you understanding
okay.
about it. It's more of like an attunement kind of magic
Okay.
item type of thing, rather than you're just really good at Morse code.
She'll say, "This is a magical helmet that you found."
I just hang the helmet on my beak.
Fair enough.
I think it'll be happy there.
Thunk, 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 thunk. It's kind of annoying that it keeps bonking. Ah, that's also annoying. Hold on, my dad's calling me. Give me 1 second.
Have fun.
Ah, yes, Mama Swizzle as if she were human.
Is it accurate? I think it is.
I think so.
Trying to get you to stop.
I don't even know what
Stop.
not option. Oh, excuse.
I don't even know what it is. Hurry might know. Sorry. Gotcha. Okay. Good luck. Alright, bye. I said good luck. Bye. Back. Sorry about that. My dad was
Welcome back.
looking for
I
electrical
forgive you.
contacts cleaner. So, the helmet is like bonking around, being kind of annoying, and it's like, "Hi, my name's Rusty. I've been lost for a long time.
Oh my
Please
god,
get me out of
I
here."
love Rusty.
Wait, when you put it on your head, it said that?
Mama Swizzle put
It's
it on
on my
her
head.
beak.
It's on my beak.
I would die for this helmet. I hope you understand.
it won't do much as far as AC, but it is a good exposition dump.
I love the helmet.
He goes, "Hi, so who are you guys? Thanks for saving me from the crazy monster thing."
Can we all hear, or can only Mama
Uh,
Swizzle hear?
Only
you
Mama
can all
Swizzle.
hear the thunks at this point. However, Carmen is the only one who really understands what it's saying so far.
So I'm just holding a string.
Oh, that hurts! Oh, that's loud. I plug my ears.
Away from
Mm-hmm.
everything else.
Sorry, I'm distracted by Pumpkin.
Yep. Same.
What's he doing?
I'd like you to figure
Oh,
out
it's the
what
cat.
everybody wants.
Anyway, so the helmet's thunking around, and Ananias is plugging their ears. What would you guys like to do now?
Every time it taps, I tap back on it.
Tickles! Ah, stop it! Ah, ah.
Oh, it tickles! That's cute.
Oh my gosh.
Is there any other loot around? Not really, probably.
There are some things that would have been valuable if they weren't like 500 years old. There's like some
Gotcha.
old
Wow, 500.
carvings and some smashed statues. You know, just generally things that would have been cool, but oh well, they're ruined.
Mhm.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of like mysterious curios and whatever.
Little knickknacks.
Yeah,
Sure.
the most valuable things are things that you've already investigated and discovered.
Okay.
Okay, I like to start heading towards the hole in the wall that leads outside while I'm still tapping back to the helmet.
Oh my gosh! Oh.
Poor helmet.
So, Mama you look out of this.
Can
new...
you stop that clanging? Mama Swizzle!
My swizzle.
It sounds like Mama Swizzle. I should say that.
That's so cute. My character's so annoyed, but I'm in love, honestly. It's adorable.
I've had a really rough life. I'm glad I'm being taken somewhere else. Mama says you look
Alright.
out of this this new hole in the wall and you see it's maybe about 10 feet thick of stone, but then you can see out into a nice forest. It looks like some part of your forest. Not that you recognize, but it's pretty nearby to where...
It's the same trees.
Yeah, it's the same general like underbrush as your home.
I get excited about that.
Yeah, and it appears to be like you've basically come out of the side of a mountain. So there's like a drop of about 15 feet down to forest floor, and the waterfall of like slightly glowing water is pooling into a nice new little pond beside the rock face. And as you look out over the sky, it's about like the sun is currently setting. It's like twilight, late evening at this point. You've spent pretty much the majority of the day underground.
Okay, so I would like to take my 50 feet of hemp rope
Mhm.
and tie it onto something that I know is sturdy
Mhm.
and toss it down on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, there are
And
a couple
then
stalagmites here
I'll,
and the fountain itself that you could secure the rope to.
okay. And then I'll bite down on the helmet to keep from falling, and I start making my way down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No roll necessary. You're easily able to kind of lower yourself down, mama swizzling all the way and thumping to the helmet.
Mama swizzling all the
Could
way.
I have you make me another intelligence check? Because as far as you know, it's just kind of thumping at this point. You don't really know what it's saying. But Carmen's just kind of laughing, and you're not sure why.
It was a +2. I got a 16 this time.
Nice. Yeah, you can understand it now.
Okay,
And
cool.
QZ's
I
and
just
An-
keep on
Ananias,
tapping
if
it
you'd
back.
like to, you can try to interpret what it's saying as well, or you can just completely ignore it, like Ananias has done.
So I don't think there's really too much more to do here.
I don't believe so either.
Not really. You guys
I
have
check
rec-
my.
you've pretty much
I
cleared
kind of
out
like
the
turn away from the
corruption
group
in this place.
and I like look at my piece of paper. I don't remember what it says, so I'm gonna
Oh,
need help.
that piece of paper. Okay, that one. It
Yeah.
says meet at dusk in the sewers tomorrow night, or tomorrow.
Is this
Tomorrow at dusk. Meet tomorrow at dusk at the sewers.
is this tomorrow at dusk now?
No, this is tonight at dusk. Still tomorrow.
This is tonight at dusk. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
tomorrow yet?
it's only been a day,
It's
guys.
only been a day.
Oh my gosh.
We've only
This is
known each other
crazy.
for a day.
Well, I'll go ahead and say, I reckon we should head back to town.
Uh,
It's been a
yeah.
pleasure working with you all. What do you say we stick together?
I'm already halfway down the mountain as you see that.
Mama Swizzle is always ahead of the game.
I have no qualms working together. I am out and about, so
Mhm.
it'd be nice to have company.
I don't reply and I follow silently behind them. Kind of my steps twice as fast as they usually are.
Hmm, so
I
you're the
follow
last one.
Mama Swizzle down the rope.
Question: am I tall again now?
Not
I
quite
think
Yeah,
yet.
it's
just
permanent.
again.
I think you're 3 feet tall forever.
No.
That's her curse now.
that's a you problem. Could I remove the
Fair,
curse?
because you're a changeling, can't you just like make yourself taller?
It's a lot
Do
of
you have
work.
the remove curse spell? I mean, I guess you're leveling
Not
up
yet.
to Paladin level 3, so if you have that spell, you're welcome to try to cast that.
Let me see. Manage spells. Uh,
I don't really think this is a problem.
no, I don't have
Pretty short.
remove curse.
Rip.
I
So-
ask
so-
her if she can remove my curse, and she
I
unfortunately
say
cannot.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately, I do not have that capability.
Continue scampering down the hill.
So, I assume Carmen follows Mama Swizzle first, followed by
Yeah.
QZ. Ananias, before you can make it, you're like going last, and as you walk to the edge of the cave, in the shadows off to your right, you notice some movement out of the corner of your eye.
Goose man?
It is Goose Man. You
It's
see him
Gooseman.
arms crossed in the shadows, and he's like, "Well done. I'm pleased to see that you've made it this far. You've freed one of these locusts. Do you know what it is?"
The loci.
No, look us.
Loci is plural of locusts, I'm pretty sure.
I actually
that what
used
he's
your
asking about?
Locus,
locusts.
not Locu.
Loqui?
Locus. Communism are locusts.
Communism. Oh boy.
Ow, locust.
Oh, I forgot to even mention. So now that the glow has returned, you can look up at the ceiling of this cavern, and the minerals are kind of glowing like stars in the night sky. It's a very nice looking little cave now. So the goose man, the well-dressed, mysterious gentleman that has given you your powers, just kind of sitting there, leaning up against the cave wall, and I don't know if that locust conversation was canon or not.
What do you mean locust?
Well, this is, you know, a node, a locus, whatever you'd like to call it, a hub, a place of magical power. This is one of the veins of Mistra, a ley line, however you prefer to call it. It's all the same. Maginetic field of power. This is where our power comes from, and I'm very pleased that you've freed it now from the corruption of that thing. How are you taking to your new friends? It's nice that you happened to conveniently find them.
Did you bring me to them?
Well, I may have had something to do with it, but ultimately everything is your choice here. Just wondering how you're doing. I've had a bit of a slow day, so I've decided to check in 3 times in one day. Had nothing
It's
better
only
to do.
been a day.
3 times in one day.
I can't promise it'll always be like this. Sometimes I do have things of my own to do, but I'm really bored today. Would you like some more training, perhaps? When we're away from the group, or perhaps even something a little more interesting, like a sword, or another gift that I could give you. Because you've made some
Yeah.
progress already, and now that
Do you have
you've
any,
gained a little more power,
what are them called? Books? You know what I mean?
books.
Books.
Do you have any? What is the word I'm looking for?
What's the word?
Hold
Like,
up,
it has
Books.
those words in it. It has the
And then the
word.
pictures. Can't forget
Sometimes
the pictures.
pictures. I only read the ones with the pictures in them. I'm so close to it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh,
What's that
dear.
word?
What are they?
You know tomes? That's what I was thinking of, but that's not what I said because I couldn't remember it.
Gotcha. He does go. Funny you should mention that. Yes, there is in fact a book that I have, a book of shadows. That would be very
Yeah?
handy to
I
your
asked you
purposes.
about this literally 2 hours ago. You didn't say any books.
Excuse me, what?
I say kind of angrily.
EJ doesn't remember this. 2 hours ago, you didn't even talk to him. I'm confused.
No, I meant a day ago. Earlier in the day, the last time I talked to him, I said, "Do you have like a guidebook?" He goes,
Oh,
"No."
I've been busy in my one day. Okay, I wrote a book in the time that it took for you to go through this dungeon.
Most writers would take years to finish their novels.
Yeah, he must be a
This
really
is how we know
powerful
he's a
god.
deity.
I am an
Yeah,
Yeah,
immortal
what?
being
Does
of
he live on a
magical
different
coolness.
plane? He might live on a different plane, honestly.
Well, I don't think like what plane you take matters really.
Because
Like,
time, he might live
you know-
somewhere where time doesn't go.
Well, I mean, Dallas is like it's not that far away, so like it doesn't
You're
really matter
doxing
whether,
me.
whether
You
or
are
not
legitimately
whether or
doxing
not
me.
whether or not you take American Airlines or Alaskan Airlines, it's gonna be like the same. Like I
You
know
are legitimately doxing me currently.
I didn't mean to say Dallas. I'm sorry. I meant to say what?
What did you
Delta.
mean
I
to
meant to
say?
say
You
Delta.
meant
I
to
meant to
tell
say
my
Delta.
location to
No, I meant
everybody
to
in this
say
call?
Delta because I was trying to make a plane joke.
I'm so confused.
Same.
Planes are
doesn't
my
matter
favorite
what plane
biome in
you're in.
Minecraft.
But then
Yes. What do I call you again?
The Wanderer. Nothing more.
What?
The Wanderer. Nothing more, nothing
The
less.
Wanderer. Okay, the Wanderer. The Wanderer.
the Wanderverse.
So, I could offer you a book, if you'd like. I could offer you a blade.
Book.
I could offer
Book.
you... Okay, you want the book. Alright. I don't remember our previous conversation, per se. It has been a long day. But, if you would like a mysterious book that may help you in your travels, I do have one here. And he hands you a book that's glowing with
Okay.
a purple energy along the side, and
The title is book.
the title is book. It is a black book with like a faintly glowing green on the pages and a glowing purple on the cover.
As I put the book in my bag, I take out my other book That's a red colored book, and I hand it to him and I say, "Do you know what this is?"
This is a dictionary.
Yeah.
Dwarvish. Very nice.
I nod. I thank you.
You're
Good to
welcome.
know. I put it back in my bag.
So now this book, like you wanted, I've written down some things that might help you, some spells, some things that you can learn on your own time without me having to show you the ropes and everything. So this hopefully will allow you to gain a little bit more control of your power. So you get to know a couple more cantrips, and you should have a good time. Let me know if you ever lose your book. You can always get a new one. Because, I mean,
Just
now that
call
I've written
for it
one,
and we'll find you. Just call book and then we'll fly over.
if you ever lose your book and you need a new book, just let me know. Now that I've written it, I know everything in the words, and I can just give you a new one. But try not to lose it. That takes a lot of effort and time that I don't really have.
How do I call you?
You already we have already established, didn't you? Say you were just
You
gonna.
just call book.
No, you.
Didn't you say you just wanted to like knock 3 times or something? I'll know.
Yeah.
if you
Oh, knock
wanna-
3
if you
times.
wanna
Can I
contact-
knock on the ground 3 times?
That looked like it hurt.
Do you live in the
He's
ground?
already
That was
there.
rock. Anyway,
why
I
are
can't
you knocking
promise
for
I'll
him? He's right in
always
front of
show
you.
up, not like right on time or anything. I do have my own things that I'm working on as well. There's a lot
He's
of
like a
little moving
wizard.
pieces going on.
He's never early nor late. He just shows up exactly
I
when he's
arrive
meant to be.
precisely
There.
when I mean to, yes. But yes, this is a book for you. I hope it serves you well in your travels. Is there anything else you'd like to ask of me for right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
and
he
I would
look
say
like?
keep this magical place secret. All right. Sometimes when the mortals mess with things, they try to harness powers they can't control, and bad things happen. So
It's alright, I already paid them off.
excellent. Glad to hear it.
You didn't tell us why you were giving it to us, though. You just kind of gave it to us
No,
and
no,
said
no, no, no,
nothing.
no. I gestured you to like keep quiet.
She
Like,
did
keep
talk
everything that
to-
just happened on the down low.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like, I could have just thought, like, oh, she's just giving me this and she doesn't want me to tell anybody else that she's giving me this.
That's how Carmen
You
took
see,
it.
That's how I took it as well.
yeah. So you see, in the line of work that my character works in, she just assumes everybody's gonna understand what giving people money
To be
means.
fair, I did understand because I'm a criminal. I'm just
Okay.
trying to be tough.
Okay, well, you understand, and Carmen does not understand.
But
which
Carmen
is
just
fine.
thinks you were being kind and giving her a diamond.
Yeah.
She's like,
Well,
sure.
Ananias did specifically say to you, keep this quiet or something, and give you
It
a
was
diamond.
just like, it's like, I don't want you people to know that I'm being nice. Like, okay, I can respect
Oh, okay.
that. Some people are like that.
Gotcha.
And Mama Swizzle's just suspicious but doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
Nor can Mama Swizzle tell anybody. Like in the
Yeah,
first
so I
place.
wasn't
Like, there's
too
probably
worried
one
about
person
Mama
who you
Swizzle.
didn't need to bribe.
Well, I gave her the rock. Just I don't want any spiky rocks in my pack that'll poke me.
So at this point, the other 3 of you have made it to the ground, a nice grassy meadow, a small clearing, and this new pool that is forming of glowing water in this little forest, and you're on like a mountainside, so you're a little bit taller, and as you look out over the forest, you can see the town you came from. About a mile and a half off in the distance, you see some faint torch lights over the tops of the trees, and Ananias has not yet come down. It's been maybe 30 seconds since the last person came down, and Ananias is nowhere to be seen yet.
What's my dude look like?
He's well dressed. He looks kind of like an elf. He's got the pointy ears and the like impish grin, pointy chin, and he's just kind of sitting there, curly brown hair. He's just kind of sitting there, being charismatic and weird.
What color is he wearing?
He's wearing bright pink. His clothing, at least, but he's got like a overcoat of black, so it's kind of like highlights of pink.
Okay.
It's more like
That's
wealthy
awful
rich person wear
stylistically.
rather than like the
Yeah.
new kind of like modern suit. But
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. Could Could you help me be tall again?
Oh. Oh, I didn't even notice that you were smaller. Sorry. He snaps his fingers and bloop, you're 6 feet tall again. That would have worn off in 20 minutes anyway. But I'm happy
Very
now.
anger.
What, did you think that you were stuck with that for life? That would have been funny.
That would have been
I
hilarious.
kind of look down.
Aw, she's embarrassed.
Well, if you'd like to get some more of that water, you know, the rainbow's still always there.
I have some.
Oh, really? Which one do you have?
The threat.
I show him the bladder that I'm holding, and you can kind of see that it's pulsating with whatever's inside of it.
Yeah, you might be able.
Can
You might be able to see. No, you can't really see, because it's like thick leather.
oh, it's thick leather. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's got a.
I thought it might be
In.
the type that. Yeah, never mind. I'll not continue. But then I like open it up and show him. Does it pulsate like at the top? Does it like wiggle like this out the top?
It does not go out of the top. It's like water. So if you just kind of twist it, he can look down into it and see. But you do see like the same like red pulsing in and out that it was doing before. And he's like, oh, fun stuff. Use it wisely.
Spicy? What
Use
what
it
do, what do you
wisely.
call
Water,
it?
oh no.
Use it wisely.
What do you
she
call
said.
it?
What do I call
What
it?
do you call it? Yeah.
I'd call that a potion. What do you call that?
Spicy water.
Is this how potions are created?
No. Most potions are created
Well,
by
when a
hard
mommy
work and many
potion and a
ingredients.
daddy potion.
This is a rare phenomenon happening here.
Wait. EJ, repeat.
I said, no, most potions are created by complicated ingredients and lots of brewing. This is a natural phenomenon just because, you know, it's a super magical place and there's all kinds of water that's getting affected in different ways.
I nod. And I put my hand out like this in a gesture of like
Like
how you
this?
would shake someone's hand maybe, but very awkwardly. It's one of the symbols I use in my cult, you know, where you just like touch fingers with somebody, you know?
E.T. phone home.
Yeah, very similar to that. Does he do it in response? I just put my hand out like this. Does he know what I'm doing?
He rolls his eyes, but he does the gesture back and he's like, alright, well, I'll see you again next time. And then you look away for a second, and when you look back, he's gone again.
I descend down the mountain
Mm-hmm.
with big strides.
Big person
Feeling tall.
strides. Yeah, so after maybe a full minute, Ananias comes back, and the rope is still secured to the other end, so Mama Swizzle, you probably won't be able to get this rope back, unless you make some effort.
That's okay.
Alright? So
Do you want me to cut it?
more. I mean, not while you're on it.
It's all good.
So at this point, night is falling, and the four of you stand in a grassy clearing. You know where the town is, and you're in the middle of the woods. You hear crickets chirping, squirrels rustling, but Mama Swizzle, you no longer feel any of that dark, cold presence or anything. It feels like nature has been cleansed or whatever, and
Or whatever.
yeah. I mean, druid magic powers. You feel better about the situation.
I would like to set up a small campfire, and then I'm going to do a dance around it.
Alright, so everyone else, you see Mama Swizzle going and collecting some branches and beginning to toss them into a pile haphazardly. What do you guys do?
I'm just continuing back over to town, but
Yeah. Like I gotta go back to town.
I did just say that we should stick together, so maybe I'll motion to Mama Swizzle to come with.
All right. Mama Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle, we're going back. To,
The fire has not been constructed yet.
in like, have you ever been in an inn? I can pay for your room. But
Who are you speaking to?
Mama
Mama Swizzle.
Swizzle.
Okay.
Mama Swizzle.
Do I catch
Well,
up to them?
come
Yeah,
on,
you've
we're
descended at this
sticking
point.
together, Mama Swizzle.
I have a box. If you'd rather.
I forgot about your cardboard box in the behind me.
That's fine. I start following QZ, and I still have that helmet on my beak.
It continues to thunk every once in a while, like, wow, trees. Oh.
And I thunk.
So it starts to make some small talk to you, Mama Swizzle, as you're going. It's like, so, what's the world like? I've been stuck in that cave for a long time.
Do you have iPhones yet? Like, where are we at?
Not quite that
Have
far.
civilization come back to what it once was? I just respond with Mama Swizzle and tap it.
Are you trying to communicate something in particular to it?
No.
Can Mama Swizzle communicate through tapping without saying Mama Swizzle?
No, I can't. I don't know.
I feel like Mama
She-
Swizzle
she
can
just
communicate
taps out
through
the
tap
syllables.
dance.
Tap
dance. Power of dance transcends all language barriers.
That's
It's
great.
true. I think I read that somewhere.
It's a fact.
Well, even though I don't have the fire and I'm following QZ, I'm still doing my Mama Swizzle dance.
I'm listening to my fellow
The
adventurers
Swizzle Dizzle.
joke about Mama Swizzle's language, and I find it odd.
Because you don't speak language.
No, because y'all are friendly with each other and you've only just met.
We have just worked together in a
Yeah, we
serious
kind of been through a lot
situation.
already.
It's only been a day, but you've reliably had my back.
I haven't.
Well, maybe that's why we're not talking to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably why.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I can't tell if this is in character or out of character.
My character voice is calm and slow.
Was
It's
that
one
in
of my
character or out of character?
That you see, that's fair.
So you guys continue walking towards the town, and Mama Swizzle bonking along the way, Rusty making some childish comments, and everybody, talking to each other about their long day and crazy experiences in the mysterious cave. You reach the town without too much difficulty. It does take some time, depending on how fast you guys are walking, to make it like 1.5 miles back to town. And by the time you make it, the sun has completely gone from the sky, and it is lit only by the moon and the stars. So you make it
What
to
else
the
do you
town.
need?
Huh?
What else do you need?
Yeah, I mean, torches would be nice, but not essential. You can still see enough to know where you're going. Moon is almost full. It's not completely full, but it's like just been a full moon, so it's like waning. But it lights the sky pretty well, and you're able to see without the need of a torch, unless you wanted to like get finer detail on things. You make it to the outer settlements of the city, the houses that are kind of straggling off outside the city wall, and make it to the gates where there are some guards standing. They have begun to close the gate at this point for the night.
Let me in.
The guards hear a terrifying shriek right as they're closing the gate, and they're just like, Do we close it faster or do we leave it open? They see four figures emerging from the path in the trees, and they
It's
just
like
kind of
Indiana Jones, like sliding through the gate.
yeah. Who goes there?
Four very weary adventurers.
Fair enough. What brings you out this late?
We dealt with an issue out in the woods, and that took up most of our time. We didn't realize how late it had gotten being underground until we left.
I see. Well, he just kind of gives you a once-over, trying to like get a feel for what it is you all are and what you're doing. He sees that you're kind of covered in like cave gunk and
Cave
Covered in
shit.
you
cave.
know just you
Covered
smell
in
kind of
cave, yes.
grimy. You're a little soggy still, and you seem like you've been through a lot. So he's like, sounds accurate, and he just opens the gate just enough for you guys to get through, and he's like, you made it in just before dark. Well,
Thank you.
It's dark, but you know what I mean. Welcome home.
Thank you. May the goose bless your soul.
Thank you.
I glare at him. I glare at him. He can't see my eyes, but I turn to him. It's your soulless black hood.
I don't notice.
He just closes the gate behind you. You all continue walking through the city. At this point, most people are either going to bed at the tavern. There's not really very many people wandering the streets at this time of night. So
Let me know
there
if
are
I
a
see
few
the guy with the feathery arm.
you do not at this
Okay.
point. So yeah,
I'm just
you're
saying in
wandering-
general.
Yeah,
I'm keeping my eye out for him.
sounds good. You're walking through the city, and looking. I mean, what are you guys doing?
Finding
Walking
a
through the city if
Going
you're
back.
I
In-
need a shower.
Okay.
a shower, a bed, a nap.
Would
yeah,
you like
find
to,
the nearest inn.
Would you like to relay the information of the inn that you were staying at before to the rest
Yeah.
of the party? Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I'll
all-
go back
But
there.
technically, you all were at that inn before.
Yeah.
Before all this chaos happened. So yeah.
I already have a room there, but I gave the key
you
to
did give the key to the
the
other guy.
messenger to take a nap.
So if you'd like, you can go knock on that door, see if he's awake, and
Yeah.
ask to share the room
Alive.
with him, or you could get another room.
That's cute. No.
No,
Um,
I mean, if he came
Well,
here to find me, hopefully he just napped and then left. But
Hopefully.
Well, he
I
found
don't
you,
know.
right?
You might
why
want to
why
check
was
all
he there to
through all
find
your
you?
belongings.
it was about the reason why I'm gone. Why I'm on my quest.
So, do you tell us about your room situation while we're speaking about the white wyvern?
No, I think she'd be like, oh yeah, I have an extra room there. I have a room there, but she'll probably just buy another one. It's more
Mm.
convenient.
Just got money laying around, might as well.
I'm
Yeah,
just following
when you're
Tuesday.
bankrolled by a kingdom.
So you guys.
I mean,
make
I
your-
also have a bit extra money because I did find.
You did
Place.
find a hoard of cash.
Yeah, you
Yes.
like poured the entire chest into your tiny little bag, and then expanded it back to normal size later to conceal it better. Somehow nobody heard the ching 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 of like money falling into your bag.
And if they did hear it, they ignored it. But I haven't come in contact with this much money for years, and the only time I have was to give it at an altar.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, you remember your offering or whatever it was that you have for tomorrow at dusk. I don't know if that affects your decision making at all as far as staying with these people, but you make it to the inn.
I already checked that on my thing.
Yeah, okay, good. So you make it to the White Wyvern Inn. At this point, most people are kind of chilling in the tavern. There's like a lively, there's a bard playing some music in there and some, bad singing of drunk people. Most of the tables are filled up, but there are a couple spots open if you'd like to sit down and get a drink or get some food. or you can just head up for the night. There's like a warm glow of the candle lights and a couple torches from within. What would you guys like to do? You now stand outside the tavern.
I'd go in and get myself a new room and just dump all my gross armor and stuff off. It's been a day.
Sounds good.
I would like to go in and explain to Mama Swizzle how to rent a room.
Okay, it is 7 copper, so the bartender will be like, oh yeah, 7 copper, and
All right, and I do it like you do like with your like a kid whenever you're like bringing them
Okay,
out
this is 7
somewhere
copper.
and they're like ordering ice cream. Like, all right, now tell them what you want,
Mama
Swizzle.
and then
Oh,
they'll
that's
tell
cute.
you how much
You
that
want
will
a mother?
cost.
I'm sorry, we don't sell mothers at this tavern. I'm sorry.
I'll
don't
translate
along the
drink.
way.
I walk up behind them and I push 14 copper coins in front and in silence, just for 2 room keys.
Is this for 2 more room keys, miss? Ma'am? Sir? Person.
Myrrh.
If he hands over the room keys, I give one to Mama Swizzle.
I look at it. Mama Swizzle.
Yeah, he does give 2 room keys. Sorry, I'm distracted by thinking about something else that I forgot.
Oh my, interesting. Okay. Yes. But I follow Carmen as I see her go up the stairs, and I'm mimicking everything she's done. I clearly have not often bought rooms.
It's like a bunch of ducklings. Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
So, is this 4 rooms that you guys have bought, or 3? I can't tell at this point.
Well, I bought one.
I don't know.
It
So
seems
Carmen bought one for
seems
herself.
like Ananias has bought 3 rooms for the rest of us.
What? No, I bought 2. I gave them 14 gold. Unless
Oh,
they gave
okay,
me 3
2.
keys.
Copper, not gold, not gold.
Copper,
Yeah,
copper,
copper.
copper.
That would have been. They would have been like, wow.
Yeah, make
Wow,
sure
that's
you
a
order
lot.
those retreats.
EJ, it's like when I got tat drunk.
Yes.
I overpaid to get tat.
That was so
Absolutely
great.
smashed.
That's hilarious.
Nova does not care about money.
Alright.
Oh no, that's funny.
So Ananias has taken her room key and gone upstairs. Carmen has gone upstairs with their room key, and what?
I give QZ the room key that was given to me, and Carmen.
You follow Carmen? Oh,
I
that's
follow
cute.
Carmen.
Oh, that's cute.
But
she really is a
Mama
duckling.
Swizzle, you just almost finished the trans.
It looks like your mother has left you. So
My mom. All right, that is
Oh.
very racist. Not all birds look alike.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean to offend you.
It's okay. I'll
He gives
forgive
you 1
this time.
copper back.
I just hand him back the copper. No, it's no problem, really.
Okay.
Just in the
you, sir.
future, you know.
I see too
Look
many
out
people,
what-
man.
what you say.
And he's like got 2 hands full of drinks for other people, and he's like, I do what I can. So with that, Mama Swizzle heads up to follow Carmen. Carmen, do you bother to stop by room 12, which was your original room where?
Yeah,
Boy.
I would knock just to see.
Yeah, as you put your ear up to the door, you can hear snoring from within.
Did any of you see that?
See what?
See what?
My room just became lit.
It's lighted,
Wow.
fam.
Didn't see it.
Somebody
Like the
turn
light
on
just
in
turned
your room?
on. Randomly. I'm not even near the light switch.
Stay away from my Switch. Okay, I
Which
hear
one?
snoring. Then I'll just go to the new room.
Gotcha. Okay. And you feel, Mama Swizzle, how do you approach this?
I'm following closely behind her while I'm releasing a nice scent of roses.
releasing a nice scent of roses.
You know what
I
I mean?
released
Using
my rose
Druidcraft.
smell.
Using Druidcraft to release a scent of roses.
Gotcha.
Okay, are the showers within the rooms? Where are the showers? I ask to
Out back.
out back.
Yeah.
I
There
look
aren't
I look
showers.
confused.
There is not like plumbing in these rooms or anything. The closest you've got to
I
a
don't
shower
know
is
how to use a shower.
the closest you've got to a shower is a bucket out back behind the inn.
Well, where do I take this? I show the key.
You see how this has got a number 11 on it? You go to room 11 and you put it in and you turn it. I'm sure you can figure it out.
I know how to use a key.
Okay.
Do you?
What is what then,
Are you
sir?
are you proficient at
Anymore.
keys?
I wasn't even aware this was in character conversation until that point. I'm gonna be honest.
It was.
Okay. So what do you want from him?
I got my answer.
So you're just
This is
staring at me with your soulless hood?
No, I was following Carmen.
Then who did you ask? I'm so confused.
I asked Carmen.
Oh, I didn't
Oh.
realize you were talking to me.
I thought you were talking to the bartender, and I was
Yeah,
just so confused.
Yeah,
The bartender's just like, I'm trying to do my work. Why are you staring
exactly.
at me?
She would be like, "Oh, you're in room 11," and she'd point out room 11, and
I still love that conversation though.
and you sleep in it.
I do. I'm not
You
in
do
agreement.
sleep in it?
I do. And I hunch down, look at all like the keyholes of the rooms as we walk by them.
Do you want to see my room first before you go to yours?
I will be willing to.
Okay. Open the door to my room.
And what you see
Me?
inside,
And then there's a dragon.
Yeah, there's 10 dragons.
you see a simple wooden bed with some like a feathered mattress, a couple simple sheets, like rough sewn together, and a small bedside table with a single candle on it. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
And I'm gonna start
Big
to
living.
I'm gonna start to doff my armor.
I exclaim, big living.
Yeah, it's not the worst inn I've stayed in.
Mama Swizzle goes to a corner of the room and just curls up into a ball.
Aww.
Would you like a sheet?
Mama Swizzle. I just put my cloak back over me.
Okay. If you change your mind, let me know.
My sopping wet cloak.
Aw. Yikes.
Can I at least dry your cloak, Mama Swizzle?
Mama Swizzle.
That's how you're
Okay.
gonna
I
catch
am-
pneumonia at your age.
I am heading to the outback. I could bring it there and
Go out back.
have it dry.
Mama Swizzle.
You could borrow sheet, like she said.
Mama Swizzle.
No? Okay. That was a kind
Okay.
offer, though.
Do you have anything you wish me to dry?
Yeah, actually, that would be great. She'll hand you like from her sopping wet pocket just like a handkerchief.
I
That's
pick it
what-
up like this.
Okay.
EJ does not see how I'm picking up this handkerchief.
When you said okay, but when you said I pick it up like this, everybody instantly imagined just that. Like there's no other thing to think about. I pick it up like this.
Okay, and I find my room and I unlock the door.
So
And then
Suddenly,
I
a
take
swarm
the key.
of bees jump out. Oh, sorry.
I unlock the door. My name's Michael and I'm afraid of bees. Wait, no, my name's Michael with a B and I'm afraid of insects.
Hold on,
Anyways.
Where's the bee?
where's the bee?
There's a bee!
You open up your
Okay.
door and there's nothing horrible or scary inside. It is a normal
I
room.
didn't open the door, I just unlocked it.
You unlock your door, it remains a door.
Yes, and then I take the key out and I continue downstairs.
Okay. Where are you going?
I go downstairs to the outback.
Okay, to the outback behind the inn, not to the
Yes,
to
the
Australia.
outback.
All right.
And?
As you walk out the door, you notice.
How long do you think this is going to be?
My
dad's needing me.
How about we? We don't need you anymore, Mama Swizzle. You're good to go.
Okay. Catch you.
See ya. Thanks, Ray. Okay. I guess we'll call it the session here. But as
Yeah.
This is a good place to call it.
yeah, as you
It is.
are walking out onto the street again, are you going out the front entrance or the back entrance?
Back. I want to go out
Back.
back.
Okay.
You're going to the outback.
So yeah, you,
I'm going
you
to
go
the
out to the
outback.
back. What are you doing out there? Just
Oh, I'm looking around. Is there anyone around here?
there's no one.
No, there's just the out. Oh,
Alright.
and their mate pack.
Okay, and then there's the closing line, as most inns have, yes?
There is a clothing line.
I hang up the handkerchief, and I take off my hood,
Mhm.
and I change into a Khajiit.
Okay. You turn into a tabaxi. You have a cat face now.
And I take off the entirety of my cloak, the wet one, the overcoat, and I hang it up there to dry. And I scamper quickly back up to my room, which is unlocked. The key I keep in my now paws.
Mhm.
And as soon as I'm in my room, I change back in my default state and
Do you have other
close
clothing
the
on, or
shutters
is it just like the
in the window.
overcoat kind of thing?
yeah, I just put my overcoat out there. Yes, I have other clothing
Okay.
on.
I'm just making sure, because I
I'm
don't
not
know.
running
Yeah.
naked.
Nah, streaking through the inn.
Alright, so you hang up your cloak and the handkerchief out to dry, and you head back up to your room. Nobody really questions why a slightly soggy Khajiit just runs up the stairs. They're just like, whatever. And they're
Yeah.
doing their thing. QZ, did
If
you
they
go to your
even
room
noticed.
as well?
Yes, I did go to my room meant for me and Mama Swizzle.
Mama
Mama Swizzle
Swizzle's-
just decided to room with me instead.
Yeah.
I know.
It's a rough day. Well, anyway, that is that for this session. We will pick up next session with you guys waking up the next morning, I guess.
It was a pleasure adventuring with you.
Yeah.
What a good day.
Yeah.
Leveled up 2 times in a single day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
technically
we all did.
Yeah, we all did.
Wait, what level are we at now?
You're
3.
level 3.
We're at 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I've already leveled up to that point. I just forgot it was the
Yeah,
same
if you need
day
any help
as I
leveling
usually
up,
do.
just let me know. That's your ghost.
No, I already finished.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Well, you might
Alright.
need to pick more spells or whatever. I don't know.
I already finished.
Okay. And did
mean,
you
she can pick her own spell.
the Pact of the Tome?
Yes, I already
Okay.
picked that. Like,
Cool.
I picked this all before you asked me. So
Okay, cool.
you
So-
said I
Bonnie's
leveled
just
up, so I asked Light where to level up, and as soon as I did that, I set everything up, and I know the cantrips because I've played a wizard before. So I was like, oh, I want this. Like, too hard about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Fair.
Thanks for playing. It was fun.
Yeah, loads of fun.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Good
See
session.
you guys next week.
All right.
Yeah, see you next
Bye.
week.
Bye.
You probably have more D&Ds too. Not today though.
Yeah.
What about
EJ,
more
you're
D&Ds?
you're in other D&Ds, right?
I have one where I'm a player and one where I'm still preparing to DM it.
Wow, is it in the same world?
Depends on how many
can't
hoops
be
you
more
want to
than
jump
one
through
world.
to rationalize the like overall D&D timeline. But in my head, all D&D worlds are connected. They're all the same thing. It's just a matter of like how many like, oh, this explains that and this timeline is this and then et cetera, et cetera. So in my mind, all stories are connected. You just have to find ways to connect them.
Okay. That's cool.
There are no contradictions. So yes and no.
Alrighty. I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty.
Yep. See ya.
Bye. Yeah, that you did wonderfully today.
Oh,
by the
thank
way.
you. I appreciate that.
Yes, it was very good.
You're
I'm heading
welcome.
out now.
All right,
Bye bye.
bye.